We continue with the Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year from each team on the inaugural Southeast Georgia Virtual Football Awards Show hosted by 912 Sports. Now, the state semifinalist Coffee Trojans of Coach Robbie Pruitt, brought to you by 912 Sports. Coffee's 2020 Offensive Player of the Year is Maurice Turner. The Trojans' Defensive Player of the Year is Arliss Sutton. Next is the Effingham County Rebels of Coach Buddy Holder, who is retiring. Brought to you by 912 Sports, Effingham's 2020 Player of the Year is Tyler Wells. The Frederica Academy Knights of Coach Brandon Derrick made it to the GISA State Championship game this season. Brought to you by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, Frederica's Offensive Player of the Year is Garrett Squire. The Knights' Defensive Player of the Year is Josh Meadows. For the Glen Academy Bred Terrors of Coach Rocky Hidalgo, brought to you by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the 2020 Offensive Player of the Year is Caden Hutchinson. The Defensive Player of the Year, Miles Smith. The Jeff Davis County Yellow Jackets of Coach Lance Helton had a great run in the playoffs this year. Brought to you by 912 Sports, Jeff Davis County's 2020 Offensive Player of the Year is Ahias Allen. The Yellow Jackets' Defensive Player of the Year is Austin Wood. Now the Liberty County Panthers of Coach Kirk Warner, brought to you by 912 Sports. Liberty's 2020 Offensive Player of the Year is Mark Hugh Johnson. The Panthers' Defensive Player of the Year, James Somerset. Next is the Long County Blue Tide of Coach J.T. Pollock, who has announced his retirement. Brought to you by 912 Sports. Long County's 2020 Offensive Player of the Year is Cameron Johnson. The Defensive Player of the Year, Jaden Williams. McIntosh County Academy of Coach Bradley Warren is brought to you by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. MCA's Offensive Player of the Year is Trent Johnson. The Buccaneers' Defensive Player of the Year is Miles Wood. The New Hampstead Phoenix of Coach Kyle Hoffman, brought to you by 912 Sports. New Hampstead's Offensive Player of the Year is Trayson Speaks. The Phoenix Defensive Player of the Year is Noddy Thomas. Coming up, Wayne County, the Ware County Gators, and the state champion Pierce County Bears. That's when we return with the inaugural Southeast Georgia Virtual Football Awards Show hosted by 912 Sports.